Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to try to make this Halloween ice cream. Now this is an easy recipe to make, so keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make it. The first thing we're going to do to make this recipe is start out with some white candy melts. And you can get these at any craft store. If you can't find the candy melts, you can use white chocolate. It's a little harder to work with, but candy melts are great. So we're going to start off by melting these down. I'm putting them in the microwave about 30 seconds at a time and stirring in between until they're completely melted. So when your white candy melts have melted down completely, what we can do is fill our mold. I have this mold here. It's a Wilton mold and it's a skull. It looks like skulls. I'm not going to fill it completely, and I only want, it's a very deep mold, but I only want a thin layer. So just to get the design, I'm going to just scoop some of our white candy melts in there. I think that might be good. Just do it in each one. Now you can just take it and you just want to tap it a few times. Now we can just let this sit and harden up, or you can just put it in the refrigerator to help speed up the process. Now what we're going to do is make our ice cream base, and to do that I have a large bowl, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're going to whisk this up until it forms stiff peaks. All right, so after a few minutes, you should form stiff peaks with your heavy cream, and it should be nice and thick. It should have doubled in size. Now what we're going to do is fold in a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So now I'm going to divide this up into 2 separate bowls. I'm going to keep one big bowl, but I'm going to have a smaller bowl, preferably one with a pourable spout. And we're going to put some in there. Only about 1/3 of your total ice cream base we should put in here. Now we're going to flavor it. I want 2 different flavors here. So we want vanilla for the big one. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and fold that in. Move that aside just for a moment. Bring in our smaller one. This one we're going to flavor cherry flavor. So about a teaspoon of cherry flavor, cherry extract. Mix that in. Fold it in, I should say. Now for this cherry one, I'm going to color it red. So I have red gel, and we're going to use that. Hopefully it turns it the nice color red we want. Come back to our big bowl. Now for the large bowl, what we're going to do is color this black. Now, I found it best not to use black food coloring because it doesn't get dark enough, especially when you're putting black food coloring with white, it really turns it gray. But what I found out was if you use this, it's coconut charcoal powder, and it is 100% natural. It's actually for teeth whitening, but it's edible. And we're going to use that to color our ice cream black. Just be very careful with this because it will stain your clothes. It's charcoal, so just open it up very carefully. And we're going to use roughly around 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. So about 2 teaspoons should be enough. And be careful putting it in there. And let's fold that in. So it didn't get as dark as I wanted it to be, so I am going to put some black food coloring in here now after I've already darkened it with the charcoal. So that looks like it's about as dark as I'm going to get it. We'll go with this. So now we're just going to bring in a freezer safe bowl, and we can pour in all the black or dark gray, whatever you want to call it. Now for the cherry ice cream, we're going to pour this in, and I'm going to do a little zigzag pattern. You can just take your spoon and work it in. I think a spoon like this will work better, so I'm just gonna zigzag this in a little bit. Now we're going to come back to our skulls, our skull mold with the white candy melts, and I'm just going to pop them out of the mold. There you go, that's what it looks like. Should be nice and thin. This one's actually a little thicker than I want it, but it'll be fine. Let's see, we'll put one here. Maybe decorate it with these little pumpkins. And maybe some candy corn. That makes it Halloween. Now we can just put the lid on it and put it in the freezer for 4 to 6 hours just so it'll harden up, and then we can scoop out some ice cream. All right, so it's now the next day. Let's open up our ice cream and see how it looks. Oh, it looks perfectly Halloween-y. So now we're gonna dig into this and try it out. Now I suggest taking one of these skeletons out, which is just chocolate, melted chocolate, and break it up and put it in the ice cream. So we're gonna scoop out our ice cream. Well, now it's time for the taste test. I'm gonna dig into our ice cream, this Halloween ice cream, and remember the flavors are vanilla and the flavors are cherry. So I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of both and see if I can actually taste the different flavors, or if they just run in together. Let's see. Definitely get that cherry taste. And because we put that charcoal teething stuff in there, there's a little bit of a grit to this, but it's not bad, it's good. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this Halloween ice cream. It was a lot of fun. It's pretty simple to do, and you can decorate it any way you like. I just chose to do it this way. If you decide to do it for yourself and you decorate it differently, please share the photos of it with me on any of my social media at FunFoodsYT. Also, check out some of the videos I have off to the side. I think you may enjoy those as well. And until then, I'll see you next time. I've melted down completely. Now what we're going to do is fold in a can of, I've done this a million times, but I can't figure it out. Preferably one with a pourable spout. Ugh.